Welcome back, ladies, to the Grown Women's Table. Hey, it's your girl, Lori. Hope you guys are having a great day. Y'all, this video is all about the Danessa Myricks new Lightworks 5 palette. And you guys, you know we always have questions. So the questions are this. Am I going to use it? Girl, how am I going to use it? And is it worth the coin? So I know you guys want to know the answers to all of that. And in this video, we're going to do some swatches and some demos, and we're going to answer those questions. And all you got to do is what? Say it with me. Keep on watching. All right, y'all, grab a chair and pull up a seat at the Grown Women's Table, and let's talk about this palette. So first of all, let me give you all the information about the palette. So this is her new Lightworks 5. I call it the I Am palette. Look at it, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous. The packaging. Y'all know I love good packaging. And let you see what the inside looks like. Okay, you do have a mirror. And you get 18 different shades. I want y'all to really be able to see the shades. Okay, so the price of the palette is $125. We get 18 shades and we get 6 different finishes in this palette. And one thing that I really love about this palette, the reason why it's called I call it the I Am palette. Each shade, and you'll see the name of the shades when I'm swatching them, but each of these shades are like an affirmation. And what Danessa wants you to do is, while you're applying them, you will say, like the first shade is resilient. You'll say, I am resilient. Now, I know some people be like, oh, I'm not doing all of that. But let me tell you something. Sometimes you have to speak into your own life, speak into yourself. And I feel like this is an amazing way to incorporate makeup and self-care, because speaking life into yourself is self-care, y'all. So the names of these are all very empowering names, and we'll go over that in the swatches. But I really, really like the fact that she thought enough of us to come up with this concept. And one thing I will say about Danessa Myricks, to me, she is she down to earth, real, genuine type of woman. And she's a woman's woman. Like, she wants to see all women win. And, you know, I love that. Now, I'm not going to get all into, like, all the different formulas. But let me just kind of, like, break it down to you. So, hold on. So, your first row, right? Those shades are called the soft energy. Those are pretty much like your topper type shades, I feel like. That's what I'm getting from those type of shades, right? Now, the second row is bold energy. And with these shades, I feel like that's the meat and potatoes. You're going to really get some pigmentation out of these particular colors. And then on the bottom is your grounded energy. And a lot of those are like your shimmer shades. I want to make this video very simple because we are everyday women. We're not makeup artists, and we want to know, are we really going to be able to use this palette? So I'm just trying to simplify this video. So I'm not going to go, if you really want to deep dive, definitely go to Danessa Myricks, and she does her Teach Tuesdays, and she did a whole video breaking down all the formulas and all that. But I'm just talking to us, y'all. And are we going to really be able to use this? So what I'm going to do is give you the swatches, and then we're going to see 8 different ways that we can actually utilize this palette. So let's get into the swatches. Okay, so first shade is Resilient. It is a blue to soft lilac. The next shade is Radiant, and it's considered a rosy apricot to yellow. The next shade is Centered, and it's a champagne gold to a soft peach. The next shade is Protected. It's a peak to like a pastel blue. And then the last shade is Evolving, which is like a mint green with gold reflexes. So these are the shades from the very first row, which are your soft energy. And these shades do have some shifting to it, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to pick that up on the screen. But this is the first row. Okay, y'all. So this is the second row. The first shade is called Strong. It's like a blue to violet blue. Now, y'all, the shifts, I don't know if you're going to be able to see the shifts, but can you see them shifts? The blue to violet blue. Now the next shade is Brave. It's a sea foam green to a baby pink. Fierce is a copper red to an electric green. What's the next one? Fearless is a fluorescent peach to a gold green. Love is a flamingo pink to gold sage, a golden sage. Healed is a purple orchid to a smoky green. Inspiring is a lilac gunmetal to a mystical gray. And then the last shade is Abundant, which is a emerald green to a deep violet. Y'all, these are absolutely stunning. Like, now one thing I will say about these, they're shimmering, but they're not chunky hard. It's a very fine, the shimmer is very, very fine. So I feel like when you put them on the eye, you won't feel that chunky texture. Okay, so y'all, this is the third row, which is the Grounded Energy. Now the first one is Invincible. It's a smoky silver with platinum reflexes. Now this one is, it's a little bit more chunky. Like you definitely, I feel like you would need to use this with your finger. The next shade is Unstoppable. It's a terracotta red with multi-tone shimmers, y'all. So pretty. Next shade is Powerful, which is a deep cherry to bronze orange. So you have a transition to that one. The next shade is Unbreakable, a dark raspberry with a pink shimmer. And then the last shade is Enough. It's a fern green with olive and green shimmers. So those are the shades. Absolutely stunning. All right, y'all, so we done seen all of the swatches. So now let's get into the demos. And what I wanted to do was show you 8 different ways that we can use this palette. Because when you look at this palette and see all these multi-chrome colors, I understand that could be a little intimidating. And you're like, what in the heck am I gonna do with all of that? But I wanna show you how we can make this everyday wearable and how we can simplify this. Now, what we're gonna do, first of all, let me zoom you in first. All right, y'all up in here. Okay, so the first thing I was thinking about with this palette, I said, I am the queen of one and done. I know we all have busy lives, we got things to do. So I decided to go in, I'm gonna try to use a lot of these shades. So I'm gonna go in with Healed, which is this color. Y'all know I love me a purple. All right, we're gonna go in with the Sonia G Builder Brush. And I'm just gonna go in with Healed. Let's go on the lid. Now I will say before I go, because there is some fallout, so I would suggest that you do your eye look first and then put your makeup on. I did go in with a little bit of the Danessa Blurring Balm in 9 over my face. And I did set it with the powder in number 4 from Danessa Myricks. But I didn't really put my makeup on. So let's see how it works. Oh, y'all, this is so pretty. And I'm pressing it in. And then I'm going to swipe across. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a simple one and done, y'all. That's all I did. And now if you want to like make sure it's blended out really well, I'm gonna just go in with my face powder. Y'all see that, I don't hit pan. With my Sonia G Crease 2 brush. And just kind of like go around it. And on the sides. Because this is an all shimmer palette. So to have some mattes, you definitely gonna have to reach into another palette. But I'm just using something that's my skin tone, just to see how that makes it look a little better. So that's the first thing you could do with it. Now, the next thing you can do with this palette is, if you want just a basic eye and you want to add a little pop in the lower lash line, let me show you how to do that. Let's go into Abundance. And what I find that's kind of helpful is, like I'll go into the palette, right? So we're gonna go into Abundance. Get some on my brush. And then on the back of my hand, I just kind of put it on my hand like that. I feel like it makes it a little smoother. And then y'all, we're just gonna add a little pop of color on the lower lash line. Y'all, so any eyeshadow look you wanna wear, you can add a little pop up under your lower lash line. So that's a great way to utilize this palette. Now, another way you can utilize this palette is, I feel like with these colors, these multi-chromes, I wouldn't put a whole bunch of them on my lid. I would do like 1 or 2 max. So I'm gonna do a simple 1-2 look with 2 colors and call it a day. So we already got our one and done. We got a lower lash line. Now let's just add another color to make up the 2 color look. We're gonna go in with Enough. Using, what is this, my mini booster from Sonia G. Go in. Y'all know I love purple and I love green, so. And I'm just gonna put this on the outer V and pull it into the crease a little bit. And you don't need a lot of product. You see, I only went in here once, and you see all that, how much pigment it is, very pigmented. You get a lot of payoff. Okay, then I'm gonna go back in with my, you can use whatever skin tone shade you want. I'm going back in with my Fenty. And just around the edges. See how it blends that out? And y'all, very minimum fallout. I really don't have a lot of fallout. Don't go in and just be, you gotta be a little gentle, but isn't that pretty? I'm gonna go in with a little concealer, add a little mascara to complete the look. No, I'm not, because I forgot to show you something else. Duh. Okay, now another way you can utilize this palette is simply whatever look you got going on, and if you just want to pop a color in the inner tear ducts, perfect for this. Okay, y'all, we're gonna go in with Protect It. And I'm gonna use my Rephr 03 brush. Now, one thing I will say also about this palette. Swatch the colors, because like when you look at this color, it looks more like on a whitish kind of white, but once it's swatched, it's definitely iridescent purple. So definitely swatch the colors before you just put them on the eye to make sure it's going to give you the actual color you want. So we're going to put it right there. Again, I like to go on my hand and kind of smooth it out. And I brought it down a little bit on the lower lash line. You see how that made a difference? It gave it a little pop. Now you see how I got a little fallout right here? I'm going to go in again with my skin tone color, and I'm going to use, what is this? The flat definer brush. See how I cleaned it up some? I still have a little bit of fallout, but it cleaned up most of that. Now we're going to go in with concealer and mascara. All right, y'all. So this is the look. So we used this palette in 4 different ways so far. One and done, lower lash line, 2 color look, inner tear duct. And even with all that together, it turned out to be a real pretty look. But I do want to show you something with the lips that will kind of go with this eye look. All right, y'all, I'm just going to go in with like this MAC. It's a mauve color lip gloss. Because I want to have like a little bit of a base of color. Now, make sure your finger's clean. We're going to go, let's go back into Protect. What is it? Protect It. That shade right there. I'm going to go in and add a little bit of that. A little bit of that. On my lips. Not much, because I don't want it to look metallic. I just want it to look like it has a little glitter. And because it's so finely milled, you don't feel the glitter chunks on your lip. If you want a little bit more, you can go back in, but make sure you clean your finger off because you don't want that gloss onto your eyeshadow. I'm gonna go in with a MAC liner, lip liner. What is this? Cyber World, a dark purple. Just on the bottom lip. I'm gonna add a little bit more in the corners. Now, isn't that gorgeous? So you can use those shades to take a lip gloss and take it up to the next level. And it doesn't look metallic. It just looks like it has a little shimmer. And if you want to, If you want to take it up another notch, you can go back in, put a little bit on your finger, pop it in the center. Oh, she cute. So that's another way you can utilize this eyeshadow palette. All right, now the next way you can utilize this eyeshadow is by putting on a dark base and then putting another color on top of it so it can really pop. And y'all, I don't know if y'all remember when I told y'all I had picked up these MAC like bases and I hardly ever use them, but now that I have this palette, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put these into use. So I'm gonna go in with, they have a black one right here. And just put your black base down. And you can use any base color you want, but I'm just using black. Okay, so you have your black base, right? Now, we're gonna go in with the Fierce color. And I'm gonna apply it with my fingers, but a little tip is, I like to use my pinky finger because I feel like this finger is a little wide and it just be getting all over the place. I have a little bit more control with my pinky finger. See how I'm controlling it a little better? And I want you to see what it looks like. Oh, I was using the wrong hand. I'm like, I can't get into it. Y'all, that's so pretty. Okay, I do have some fallout right here. So I kind of got the majority of it on there. Now we go in with a brush to clean it up. So now I can get closer to that crease line. You take the brush and go across it to smooth it out. I'm just gonna go in and wipe under my eye. Get some of that off. But y'all, do you see that? You can still do the same thing like I did with the other ones. Go in with my Fenty around the edges. So it just don't look like you just got metallic looks on your eye. Isn't that gorgeous? I feel like the black up under it makes it pop and gives it a different look. And let's add another color. Let's go into Strong. Let's put that on the outer V, just to add some more color to it. I'm using the same brush. See how I just adding that a little bit, add a little something to that look? Especially y'all, I don't know if you could see, but when I tell y'all, the shift is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I think I want to add one more color. Let's go into Powerful. I'm just going to use my finger and put it in the center. Just to have something in between those two colors. Tell me that's not pretty. And it was very easy to do. So that's more, let me do some with the lower lash line. We're going to use Radiant in the lower lash line. I'm just trying to use as many colors as possible. And y'all see me there, I'm just taking this brush to swipe away some of that fallout. But isn't that pretty? But I know it's kind of bold, but I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna add a little bit of love to that. Yeah, I really liked it, but I know this may be a little too bold for some of y'all. All you gotta do is take a black liner. Okay, so I just took the black liner and went on the lower lash line up under it, and that toned it down. But like, this is like your more bold look. Let me go clean up and come back. All right, y'all, I'm back. So this is what the eye it's looking like. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. I don't know if you can see that shift, but y'all so pretty. All right, y'all, let's do a lip combo. So I'm gonna go in with my clear lip gloss. Danessa Myricks does have a clear that you can use. I don't have it, so I'm just using a regular clear lip gloss. Going in with Radiant. Make sure your fingers are clean. Y'all, these are so pretty. See that? You do not need a lot. We'll go in with MAC Chestnut. Isn't that gorgeous? Here's another practical way of using this palette because we want to make sure we're utilizing the palette to its full potential. So I'm just going to go in with a blue eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with just a dark blue eyeshadow. You can pick any color you want. I'm just picking this blue. All right, y'all. So we got the blue eyeshadow on. We want to do quick and easy looks, right? So we just doing one shade. Any color you want. But I wanted to use that blue because I want to use this Resilient, this shade right here. And I'm just going to put it on with my finger as a topper shade. Just to go in and add a little pizzazz to a look. And you don't need a lot, y'all. See how quick and fast that was? But you just took that eyeshadow up to the next level. And you can do that with a lot of these shades. All right, y'all, let me just go clean this eye up and I'll be right back. All right, y'all, so all I did was went in, cleaned up under the eye, mascara, Dark Star Pat McGrath, and then I did use the Pat McGrath Blitz Blue under the eye. Beautiful, simple date night look, especially if you're wearing denim. Now this eye, this is the last way we're going to be able to use that I can think of because this is the 8th way. I'm thinking it would be perfect to add a pop of color and a halo look. So let me create the halo and then I'll come back and then we'll do the pop of color in the center. All right, y'all, I just went in and created my eye look for my halo. Basic halo look is you put your darker shades right there and then I just take a little lighter shade and blend them together and put a little lighter shade on the brow. That's basically it. Now, my favorite shade to me as a beautiful one and done is Loved. I love Love. I love Love. But y'all, we're going to use that in the center of our halo. All right, y'all, so that is the look. Let me go clean it up and I'll be back. All right, y'all, so I'm done. All I did was I went in and I cleaned up under the eye, Pat McGrath mascara, and then I went in with like a little burgundy eyeliners, just enough to give it a little bit of color. So very wearable, y'all. Very wearable looks, guys. All right, I'm gonna pull y'all back out and give you my final thoughts. All right, y'all, my final thoughts. So our questions were, girl, am I gonna wear this? How am I gonna wear it? And is it worth it? So I showed you how you could wear this in some very practical ways. Simple, practical ways, everyday friendly. So I feel as though you definitely could wear this palette. This to me is, y'all know how I feel about accessory palettes. This is the ultimate accessory palette for if you need any type of multi-chrome shades or very nice shimmer shades. This will be your palette to go to. I know a lot of you guys don't have crazy amount of eyeshadows like most of us YouTubers, but if you just have like a regular simple collection, great to have in your collection because it has almost all the colors, like any color you pretty much could think of, especially with the shifts you can get with this palette. I also feel like that it is beginner friendly. Like you don't have to wet these eyeshadows to get the payoff. Only thing you do have to make sure you do is put your eye look on first and then put on your makeup because there is fallout. But they're easy to work with. I don't feel like any of the formulas were just like so difficult to work with. So I feel like we figured out, okay, we're gonna wear it. We figured out how we're gonna wear it. Now let's talk about, is it worth the price? So this is a $125 palette. I feel like it is definitely an investment in your makeup collection. Absolutely an investment in your makeup collection. But I wanted to kind of break this palette down. So you have 18 shades in this palette, right? And I know I don't really do a lot of indie brands. So I know a lot of these things are done, you know, with indie brands, right? But I do know, based on some research, that indie brands, these multi-chrome, Lord Jesus, multi-chrome, y'all, multi-chrome shades, but they run between 8 to 10, up to $20 a shade. So let's break this palette down. We got 18 shades. And when I break that down, it comes to $6.94. We're going to round that up to $7 per shade. Which I feel like $7 a shade is not bad, because I know these type of eyeshadows are expensive to formulate and create. But y'all know the sale is coming up, honey. So I broke the numbers down for y'all. You ready? Here we go. Now, if you just buy it straight out, we said it's about $7 a shade. VIP, the Sephora sale is coming up. And if you are Rouge, of course, you get your 20% off. So you'll save $25 on this palette, meaning you're only paying $100. And that means you're only paying $5.55 per shadow. If you're a VIP, that's what, 15% off? You save $18.75, making it, you have to pay $106.25. You're only paying $5.90 per shadow. And if you're an insider, you get 10% off, saving $12.50. You're paying $112.50, and each shadow will cost $6.25. So now that I broke the math down for you, you get this during the sale, y'all, it is worth the money. I feel like if you don't get it during the sale, it's worth the money. Honestly, that's my opinion. So do I recommend this? I do, y'all. I love, when I tell y'all, I love the looks that I get using this palette. So that is the end of this video. Y'all, please thumbs up this video, because y'all, doing all these looks is work. I don't work. So thumbs up that video. Take it up. And I want to know, are you picking it up? Have you picked it up? And what was your favorite eye look? What was your favorite way of using this palette? Let me know that in the comment section as well. All right, y'all. So to all my new subscribers, I see you and I appreciate you. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you know what you need to do, right? Hit that button so that I can save you a seat at the Grown Women's Table. And until the next video, bye-bye.
If you need some advice or looking for an idea, just to get some tips, you can get that right here. This is Lori's life. Yeah, this is Lori's life. Yeah, check out Lori's life. Yeah, this is Lori's life.